Hey guys, what is up? It's Audrey, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I am very passionate about, and that is what I wish I knew before my freshman year, or during my freshman year, or really any time throughout high school, because I didn't know any of this, and it would have been life-changing if I would have known. So I have a couple notes in my phone that I'm just gonna read through, and we are going to get this video started. Okay, so my first tip is always put yourself first. So I know at first this is like, yeah, no shit, obviously, but it's a lot deeper than that. Always put yourself first, because you are the only person you're gonna have with you from like literally birth to death. Like, you are the only person guaranteed to be by your side at all times, because you are you and you can't change that. So always put yourself first. Always make decisions that are going to benefit yourself before others. As terrible as that sounds, you want to make sure that you are doing what's right for you, because those effects of whatever you do will last for the rest of your life, and that's very crucial to understand. So don't do things to impress other people. Don't do things because you want to, show off or prove a point or something. It is great to use other people as motivation to get something done. Like, I don't really have an example. Here's a really bad example, but it's the only thing I could think of. Say everybody is like giving you crap because you can't do a backflip.
Honestly, what the fuck, Audrey?
Say everyone's like, oh my god, Susie over here can't do a fucking backflip. Then don't be like, oh my gosh, like, the next day don't come to school and be like, I'm practicing 5 days a week, 4 hours a day to do my backflip. Like, I'm blah, 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 doing all this stuff. Because chances are, if you tell somebody that you're doing something and that you're gonna work towards something, you're not gonna do it. Because like, you're already getting the satisfaction of being like, oh yes, I'm trying to do this, that you are inevitably gonna give up and not actually do it. If that makes sense. I'm sure we've all experienced that at some point. So what I've learned is, if you're working towards something and you're trying to do something, don't say anything about it. I like to say, let success be your noise. Like, once you actually get that thing, let other people notice. Let people be like, oh shit, when did that happen? Because it's going to be a whole lot better than to keep saying that you're going to do something and all that, and then having people be like, That kind of goes with always put yourself first, always do things for yourself, work for yourself. Even if you're doing something kind of to prove other people wrong, make sure that you're doing it because it will overall benefit you, not just because you want to impress somebody else. Because at the end of the day, they're probably going to only be in your life for a very short amount of time compared to you being with yourself for forever. So that brings me back to always make sure you're making decisions that will benefit yourself, because you can't escape from yourself. As much as sometimes we want to, you can't. So always make good decisions. This topic, very important when it comes to high school, and that is boys. So sorry if there are any boys watching this. I am a girl, so I can really only speak from my experience, and that is with boys. So I'm sorry, skip to the next tip. This probably won't apply to you. I'm sorry. We all know high school boys, they go hand in hand. It's like a madhouse, okay? I have learned from watching my friends, from personal experience, whatever, stop crying over the boy that left you on red. Stop caring about the boy who's talking to 10 other girls. Stop, because you are causing yourself so much more heartache than you actually need to go through, because love will find you. You do not find love, love finds you. And when you're desperate and you're searching for it and you're looking for it, you're gonna find love in places that you know deep down are wrong, but you're just gonna be so desperate that you're gonna be like, yes, this is right. I want this so bad, this is right, I found it. But no, that is not how it is. You do not find love, and the more you search for it, the more likely you are to find it and be unhappy, but be so set on the idea that you are in love that you settle for things that later on you're gonna be like, what the hell? Why did I settle for that? Who the fuck am I, you know? So yes, with boys, it's great to talk to boys, make friends, you know, have a little thing here and there, but just don't be searching so hard for love, because it'll find you. And honestly, that is the best way that it happens, is when it finds you. Don't spend so much time freaking out over Chad liking you or whatnot. Like, there are so many guys in this world, and chances are you're not going to meet the one at your high school, your first year, your second year, your third year, maybe even your fourth year, because the world is huge, okay? You're going to meet the person that you fall in love with in the most unexpected place, and that's great. Boys can be draining, especially in high school, but honestly, if you're sitting there bawling your eyes out at midnight because Dylan didn't respond to your Snapchat, by sitting there and crying and working yourself up over it and missing out on beauty sleep, girls, okay? You are not making the problem better. You are just stressing yourself out. So if Dylan, if Chad, if any of the above don't answer you, they are talking to somebody else when you thought that you guys were madly in love, just let it go, because you will have 20 other Dylans and Chads in your life. You don't have to freak out over any boy thinking that they are the one, the love of your life, because if they're leaving you on red every single day, if they're talking to other girls, if they're being fishy, is that really somebody that you want to put all of your effort into? Is that someone you really want to be your partner for the rest of your life? I don't think so. Just stop working yourself up about it. Stop crying over it, because you could be baking a cake. You could probably have like 5 cakes done in the time that you were crying over Chad. Okay? Cake, crying over Chad. I don't even really like cake, and I'm still choosing the other one. I'm just over it. Okay, this is kind of a cliche little tip, fact thing, I don't know, but this one is don't go with the crowd. And I know we've all heard that before, and I'm not saying to like totally isolate yourself and never hang out with anyone at your high school, because that's not what I'm saying. I am a strong believer in going to all these high school events, join a sports team, like go to the football games, go to the basketball games, join a team. I was a cheerleader all throughout high school. Okay, that's partially why I left and graduated a year early, but anyways, it's not important. High school is literally such a small chunk of your life. It's 4 years. You need to get like all those memories from it, but at the same time, don't let it like completely determine your life, because then again, it is just 4 years and it's not that important. Fun memories doesn't determine your life, okay? Yes, hang out with people, make new friends, but do not go with the crowd. Do not feel pressured to do what everybody else is doing just because everybody else is doing it. I know that sounds so tacky, but don't change yourself for other people. That is like the number one thing. I sort of did that when I was in high school, and it took me a while to snap out of it and realize that you want people in your life who are there for you. You don't want people in your life who are there for this persona that you put on. People that you want in your life are going to be attracted to your natural vibe and your natural personality and who you are without changing yourself. Now, as soon as you change yourself, you're going to be attracting the wrong people into your life. And I don't know if that makes sense, but like when you act differently, you're going to attract different people into your life rather than people that you're actually going to get along with and who actually want to be your friend because they like you. Does that make sense? Vibes are so important. I am a strong believer in vibes, all right, guys? Vibes, right? Okay. And everybody gives off a different vibe, and I believe when you change that vibe, you really will attract the wrong things into your life. Oh, this is important. Ignore all those mean girls and all those like mean people who will talk about you, who will try to drag you down, because this is my favorite thing ever. Chances are, if they don't like you, it's because they don't like how other people love you. How's that cup of tea? So basically, chances are these people that don't like you have heard countless people talk about how much they love you, and it makes them feel kind of bad. It makes them be like, oh, well, I want people to talk about me that way. Why are they talking about so-and-so that way? And they'll get jealous. They'll try to counteract all the positivity that you're getting with just their negativity. And honestly, it's a lot easier to remember the last time someone insulted you than complimented you. That's just how it is, and that sucks. So ignore those people. Just know that they're going through stuff of their own. Don't stoop down to their level just because they aren't being the nicest. Chances are they're going through a hard time, and your positivity could really help them get out of whatever they're going through, because I know that that is not a fun place to be either. So be the bigger person. Don't feel so terrible just because Becky said your new hair is ugly, because chances are everybody else thinks you look bomb as fuck, and Becky over here is a hater, and Becky wants to be like you, so she's gonna be like over there
hating and whatnot.
I would be so surprised if anyone is actually watching to this point. Thank you. I had my fair share of mean girls throughout high school, and honestly, it really does suck. It really is draining feeling like the people who you were so close with and like friends with like totally turn their backs on you. But at the end of the day, you just gotta be best friends with yourself. The sooner you learn to love yourself and love being like alone and love doing things with yourself, the easier it is gonna be to live, honestly, because you're never not gonna be alone at times, and you need to be your own best friend and have your own back and be proud of yourself, love hanging out with yourself, because once you do that, great things will happen. Trust me, amazing things will happen. That is just so important. High school is really fun. I may have left a year early. Comment down below if you want a story time on that, because it's pretty fun. I might do that for like back to school season, you know. I'm actually going to college, so that's freaking terrifying. I hope some of these tips and tricks helped some of you future freshmen who are going into high school this year, maybe some sophomores, juniors, seniors. Honestly, you're never too old to learn anything. So I hope I helped somebody, because I know when I was in high school, I had kind of a hard time and I could have used some words of wisdom. So also, if you guys ever need advice on anything, ever need someone to talk to, comment down below. Shoot me an Instagram DM. My links are in the description. I love talking to you guys, and I always want to be there for people who don't really have anybody there, because I feel like I kind of went through that and it was horrible, it was terrible, and I hated it. I never want anyone to feel that way. So honestly, if you want to leave a comment, you want to send a DM, whatever you want to do, I will listen and I will try to get back to all of you, because I love you guys all so much, and I hope you guys all have an amazing first year, second year, third year, fourth year of high school. I hope that everything goes smoothly, and just remember who you are, don't change for anyone, let success be your noise, and I hope you guys do great things. So, ow, why do I keep doing that? That's not good. Okay, that's all for this one. Feel free to check out some other videos on my channel, check out my links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!